Hi, we'll just continue our discussion. Last time, this is about polynomial function. Now we'll proceed. How do we graph a polynomial function? So we draw the polynomial function in the xy plane. So that's our objective. Now, remember that the graph of a polynomial function is both smooth and continuous. So when you say smooth and continuous, so it must be smooth and continuous. So bawal ang putol. Dapat continuous siya, no? Dili lang dapat siya smooth, dapat continuous po siya. Dili pwede smooth pero discontinuous. Let's say, ana, smooth siya pero naiputol. So, dili pwede po na, no? So, dapat, ana, dili po pwede nga continuous lang pero di po siya smooth. Okay? So, ang may example, ana, continuous siya, ana, padayon, pero di siya smooth. Nganong di man siya smooth? Kaya naman siya mga, in this case, na siya mga edges, no? So, dili siya smooth. Dapat, it must be both smooth and continuous. So, inana ang dagway sa atong polynomial, graph sa atong polynomial function. Okay? So, yeah. That's the general appearance of our graph of a polynomial function. Before we proceed, let's take note of this. So, remember, ang polynomial function, okay, defined by equation, ano man to, no? F of x, or you can use any letter, a sub n, x sub n, plus a sub n minus 1, x n minus 1, plus, dot, 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 plus, a sub 1, x raised to 1, plus a sub 0. Diba, ano man to? This is the equation that defines a polynomial function f. Now, we have to take note na naapoy clue as to unsay dagway sa end behavior or unsa ang end behavior sa graph sa polynomial function by just looking at the leading coefficient and our degree. Okay? So there are 4 cases to consider here. Okay? So first, if n is odd, okay? So sa manang mga odd, mga non-negative nga odd, so sana siya 0. If your n is, okay, if your n is 0, dili 0, odd man, so mag-start og 1, 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on and so forth. Kung inanay mong n, okay, and then if your n is odd and your leading coefficient is positive, okay, so what happens? Okay, di man pwedeng ang a sub n 0, no? So, kuan ra gid na, duha ra gid na ang a sub n greater than 0 or less than 0. So, if your n is odd and your leading coefficient is greater than 0, meaning positive, so unsay dagway sa end behavior sa ato ang graph. So, kanang sa tumoy gani sa graph, unsa ang iyang dagway. So, odd, positive, so ing ani, no? So, anang dagway sa end portion sa graph, sa end portion. Okay? So, in other words, the end behavior. So, ana nya ang sa pikas nga end, ana. Okay? So, meaning, as x approaches to positive, your f of x approaches to positive. As your x approaches to negative infinity, your f of x also approaches to negative infinity. So, paana siya gid, no? So, inana ang dagway sa end behavior or inanang end behavior sa imuhang graph sa polynomial function if your n is odd and your n is positive. How about if your n is odd, still odd, but your a sub n leading coefficient is less than 0, so meaning negative. So bali, no? Pabali siya. Ang left side kay asa ko siya drawing, dali na lang. ana no, then ang right side ana. Okay, so mo ni ang dagway sa isig kakilid sa leftmost part of the graph inana pasaka, ang rightmost part pababa siya. Kana lang if your n is odd and your an is negative. Okay, how about if your n is even, so even na, so man ang mga even, mo na ang n nimo kay pwede 0, pwede 2, 4, 6, and so on and so forth. So mga even. If your n is even and your leading coefficient is positive, okay, so what happens now if your n is even and your a sub n is positive? So ang dagway karon sa imuhang isig katumoy or end behavior of the graph is looks something like this. So paana general appearance lang na niya, no? Anya ang rightmost kay ana. So okay, pasaka, no? As your x approaches to infinity, your f of x approaches to positive infinity. If your x approaches to negative infinity, still your f of x approaches to positive infinity. So paana, no? Okay, masabtan na nimo unya, no, as we proceed with the graphing of polynomial functions. So if n is even and your a sub n is negative, so what happens? Ang opposite, no? Pababa ang pinaka leftmost portion sa imong graph o ang pinaka rightmost portion sa imong graph pababa sad. So mo nang end behavior if your n is odd and your a sub n is negative. So remember these 4 cases and how the end behavior looks like if these are the cases and their respective cases. Okay, so take note of that. Now next we are going to discuss this. How do we graph the polynomials? So simple lang, no? First we are going to find the x and y intercepts. Okay, first, unsa maning mga x and y intercepts? So first, unsa ganing x intercept? Just to review this. What does it mean when you say x intercept? So for example, if we have a graph, say we have a graph, this one. So asa man yang mga x intercept? Ang mga x-intercept, mo na siya ang, these are the numbers in the x-axis where the graph and the x-axis intersects. So, asa nagsugat ang graph nato og ang x-axis. Diba mo ning x-axis, nya y. So, dere, no? In this case, dere, og dere. So, these are the x-intercepts, no? Kung na i-move gamay ang y. So let's say then ako ibutang. Okay. How about the y-intercepts? So again, mo ni mga x-intercepts, no? Mo na tong pangitaon. Mga numbers sa x-axis wherein ang atong graph o ang atong x-axis nagsugat. So in this case, there na portion. Alright, so we will find that one as we graph our polynomials. How about for y-intercept? Ang y-intercept, these are the numbers or number in our y-axis wherein asa magsugat ang atoang graph and our y-axis. So in this case, there is siya, no? So there, no? Okay. So isa lang atong y-intercept. Okay. There tulok abuok, no? So again, in graphing polynomial function, we have to consider finding the x and y intercepts. So that should be the first priority. Second, we are going to find the intervals for which the graph is above or below the x-axis. So makuha lang nato ning number 2, ma-achieve lang nato ning step number 2 if makuha nato ang kaning intervals. Di nato makuha ang intervals mintras di nato makita ang mga x-intercepts because here the intervals are, in this case kini paingon sa infinity, between these two and this one and this one. So we have 4 intervals in this case. So, kailangan na to makuha ang mga x-intercept. Alright? And after that, we are going to determine whether the graph is above or below the x-axis. Okay? So, in this interval, the graph is above the x-axis. Okay? Mamaning x-axis. In this interval, of course, the graph is below the x-axis and so on. So, ana. So, muna dapat ang may balaan sa ikaduha. How about for number 3? Number 3, we use a test point, or you pick any point from each interval. So, in this case, we have interval. You pick one point here as our sample, and this one, you pick any number between this interval, as well as for this and for this. Okay, you pick any. And use that test point, okay, for each interval and connect the points. Okay, so we need a test point so that we can determine whether the graph is in that interval is above the x-axis or below. Okay, so kailangan nato ng mga test point, and then connect the points with the smooth curve, because remember, the graph of the polynomial function is smooth, and remember, it is also continuous. So let us connect all the points in a smooth curve and let it be continuous as well. So these are simple guidelines that we have to follow as we graph our polynomials. Okay, so let's give some examples here. So remember, first, we're going to find the x and y intercepts. So, example, we graph the function defined by p of x. So, kani, wala na siya nagamit og f. P na po na igamit, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. Alright? So, we graph the polynomial function p defined by this equation. P of x equals the quantity of x plus 3 times the quantity of x plus 2 times the quantity of x minus 3. So, muna siya, no? Now, we're going to first find the x and y intercepts. So, first, we're going to find the x-intercept. So, how do we find the x-intercept? To find the x-intercept, you have to let y be equal to 0. Oh, ano na siya, no? When you find the x-intercepts, you have to let y be 0. Why? Diba, dari kay mga kuan man ni siya, mga number, let's say x sub 3, 0 man gid na ang y. Nya kini x sub 2, 0 man gid ang y. And this one is x sub 1, for example, then 0. So, we have to let y be 0 so that we can find those numbers. And then substitute that in our equation. So, that's the mathematical technique to find the x-intercept. So again, to find the x-intercept, we have to let first we find the, so first step, we have to find the x-intercept. To find the x-intercept, we have to let this be equal to 0. Let p of x be equal to 0. Himo na to nig 0. Okay, di ba kay ang p of x kay mo man ni siya. Okay. So mag p of x ta equal 0 so that makita na to tong x na correspond sa iya o kana. Okay, so let p of x equal 0, then substitute that in our equation above, in our given. So that becomes, the equation of becomes 0 equals x plus 3 times the quantity of x plus 2 times the quantity of x minus 3. Here, mas dali na to makuha ang x-intercept because nga naman, na factor na maguni siya daan. Pero kung ang given dere is not in factored form, you have to factor it first. But in this case, it's pretty easy because na factor na siya daan. We have the next example here, it's not factored, so we have to factor this one out, okay, first before we attempt to find the x-intercept. But in this case, it's given na nga factored form na, so it's okay. Now we have to let px be equal to 0, and then let's find the value of x. So, and those x are the x-intercepts. All right. So, yeah. So, next will be, kung na-equal na-equate na to 0, yan, naka-factored form na, so, dali na kayo na siya. We will use the idea that, di ba, kung nag-multiply ka og mga factors, okay, niya equal to 0, then, pwede nga, silang tanan 0, or isa sa ilaha 0. So, in other words, the next line of solution here will be x plus 3 be equal to 0. Diba? Ana man na siya. Naman tayo theorem ana. If you can still remember. If we have 3 factors that is equal to 0, then it is valid that we can say that a equals 0, or b equals 0, or c equals 0. So, isa sa ila 0, or sa ila naiduha diya nga 0, or pwede sila tulo 0 gyud. So that's why we have this conclusion. So we will use that idea here. So since this one are all equal to 0, then x plus 3 must be 0, or x plus 2 be 0, or x minus 3 be 0. And then get the individual values of x. So we have x equals -3, or x is -2, or x equals 3. So now we have 3 x-intercepts for this function. Okay? So let me draw here a xy plane for our guidance. Alright. So we have this one. So now we have 3 x-intercepts, no? First, x is -3. So no, you know, asa na siya dapit? -1, -2, -3. So here, -3, -2, and then the other one is 1, 2, then 3. So dere no? So na dere ang ato ang x-intercept. So dere day magsugat ang ato ang mga ang x-axis o ang ato ang graph. Wala ta kabalo unsay porma sa graph, basig ana ba or ana ba, we don't know. Okay? Pero all we know is dere sila pa magsugat. So dili pa complete ang information. Okay. So we're done with x-intercepts. So we already found the x-intercepts. Next, we're going to find the y-intercepts. Okay? Y-intercept. For y-intercept, mas dali, no? Kay kung pangitaon nimo ang y-intercept, okay, just let x be 0, and then let's find that number here. Because here, kaninga point is kuan man 0 f of x. So meaning, ilet lang nimo ang x0, and then i-substitute na to sa equation, then you'll find the f of x. Alright? Okay? So bali opposite siya sa kuano x-intercept. So that's the logic nganong maglet ta og x be 0 to find the y-intercept. So pangitaon na to tong kuan. So i-substitute na to sa atong kuan equation sa given. So that will be p of 0. So that will be 0 plus 3 times 0 plus 2 times 0 minus 3. So that becomes 0 plus 3. So 3, 0, so 2, then -3, then solve it. We have -9 times 2, -18. So meaning if your x is 0, then your y is negative 18 or your p of x. So asa siya dapit na point? So diri na siya na nasa ubos. I think we can extend this one. Okay, and let's say na siya diri. Let's say na siya diri, no? So 0, negative 18, so meaning negative 18, 0, negative 18 is diri, no? Alright, so naday diha, no? Magsugat ang atong y-axis o ang graph. So nanatay clue gamay. Okay. Pero wata kabalo sa forma, like basig ana ang graph or whatever. And now we already knew that the graph will cross here and in this portion as well. So mo nang gamit ni pagpangita sa x and y intercept. But we're not done. Because in number 2, we're going to find the intervals for which the graph is above or below the x-axis. So, unsa na to pagpangita sa intervals? Dali ra, no? Dali ra to ma-determine ang intervals. Ma-determine lang nimong intervals kung naa na kay kadtong mga x-intercepts. So, kaganiha, ang mga x-intercept kay kini man, no? 3, 2, negative 2, and negative 3. So, we have, in this case, tulo man niyang x-intercept. So, we have how many intervals? 1, paingon dito sa kuan, in negative infinity. So, we have 1 already. This one, between negative 2 and 3. So, we have 2, 1, 2, then 3, then 4. So, in this case, we have 4 intervals. Alright? So, dapat ma-extend pa din eh. Okay. So we have 4 intervals, no? We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? So, kabalo na ta. So, unsa tong mga intervals? Okay. So, step number 2, we have we are going to find the intervals. Find the intervals. Okay, so the intervals are determined by x-intercepts, no? So, first, so itong una, gikan sa negative 3, paingon sa infinity. So, ang first interval kay gikan sa negative infinity ang sa 3. Okay? Walay labot si 3, paingon sa negative infinity. Next, between negative 2 and negative 3. Alright? So, we have another interval, negative 3, negative 2. We've already learned the notation. Set ni siya, ha? If you can still remember, this is a set. Set of all x that is less than 3. This is a set of all x that is such that x is between negative 3 and negative 2. So, meaning mga x ni siya nga, or mga numbers ni siya nga between negative 3 and negative 2. Okay, set ni siya. Next interval is we have negative 2, then positive 3, and lastly we have negative 3 to positive infinity. Alright? So, gikan diha, yang isa kay diri na pod. So, mo ni siya. So, we have 4 intervals now. Okay, so humanata no? Na-find na to ang mga intervals. We've already found the intervals. For number 3, we use a test point for each interval and connect the points with a smooth curve. So, we are going to find, or, pick any point or test point for each interval. Okay? Okay, so, first, mo pick ta dere. Mo pick ta og isa ka test point, and then i-determine nato kung ang value ba ni p of x kay less than 0 or ang p of x ba nato greater than 0. So kung ang p of x nato kay less than 0, it means ang graph nato kay naa sa ubos, no? Nasa sa lower portion. Pero kung ang p of x nato kay greater than 0, meaning the graph is above the x-axis. Okay? Or in the upper portion. Okay, so muna ang gamit sa atong test point. So mopili ta og any point that belongs to that particular interval. So, let's say, okay, mopili tag test point for each interval. So for each interval, sa may number nga natungaan sa 3 o sa negative infinity, no? Daghan man, di ba? 3 pa sa negative infinity. You pick any number. So, if I were you, I pick the smaller one, as small as possible, niya integer lang para dali i-compute. So, negative 4. You can pick decimals, you can pick whatever number basta between negative 3 to infinity. Pero, I will pick integer to make it simple. So, negative 4. Let's say negative 4. But you can pick any number that is between this interval. So, let's say negative 4 akong napili. Next, for negative 3 and negative 2, wala tayo choice, but we have to pick fraction. Okay. So, that's 2.5. Negative 2.5. So, negative 2.5. Pwede na ko siya i-fraction. Pwede na po dili. Okay. Pero i-fraction lang na ko because para dali ma-compute. So, yeah. Negative, let's say I pick negative 5 negative 5 over 2. Negative 5 over 2 is negative 2.5. Okay? So that is negative 2.5. That is already between negative 3 and negative 2. So, okay. That's a legitimate test point. Here, I will pick in this case, medyo nag-complicate siya kay pwede na ko dili mo pilog test point kay pwede ko mo pili ani nga test point. Okay, kay I'm sure nga kini ang value ginya kay kini negative 18. So kung mag 0 ko, okay kayo. Pero pwede ko ka mag negative 1 pero I'm sure the result is below lang gyapon siya sa kuan. But you can pick any, let's say negative 1 imo gusto, it's okay. But here, in this case, kung nag-graph man na to niya, na-visualize na to, so I'll pick 0. Okay? And then for 3 to negative infinity, that will be, let's say, I pick 4 para mas easy. Okay. So, nakapili na tayo ng test point. And then, let's determine whether the graph is in that particular interval is above the x-axis or below the x-axis. So, tanaw na to, no? Sa kaninga interval, asa man ang graph? Above ba siya sa x-axis or below sa x-axis? So, we don't know. So, let's compute, okay? So, let's use the test point, okay? So, sa ganito, una sa kaninga interval, negative 4. Negative 4 man to itong gipili, no? So, let's say, so, let's compute P of, gamito na to ning equation, okay? Negative 4. So that will be okay, so we will just continue in our discussion on the next video because it's a little bit long. Now please stay tuned for the next part of this video, okay, as we graph our so that we can finish graphing this example. Okay, so that would be all for this video. Thank you very much and have a nice day.